Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Some months back, when William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta were still political allies, William Ruto went to Western and attacked Cyrus Jirongo. And he never stopped there. He told the Mulembe people that wasipojipanga watapangwa. That was William Ruto months back. So today, Cyrus Jirongo actually rekindled those memories. Yes, those remarks by William Ruto. And while rekindling those remarks, Cyrus Jirongo also just dropped another bombshell on William Ruto. So in this video, I want us to listen into Cyrus Jirongo, after which, as usual here, we are going to dissect those remarks by Jirongo to see the exact truth Cyrus Jirongo is trying to expose to Kenyans. Listen into Jirongo.
Watu wengine wakanitusi kwa matanga ya Soita. Wakasema wanajua kujipanga, sisi hatujui kujipanga. Na mimi nilikuwa nimewaambia Uhuru kuja omba kura yako. Mimi sitaki huyu mkora akuje hapa. Wakati nilimaliza kuzungumza. Yeye akazungumza baadaye akasema Jirongo anasikia mbaya kwa sababu mimi nilikuwa mtu wa mkono wake na nimejipanga na yeye angalia hii mtoto anasema hii pumbafu anasema nini? Yeye anajua yule mtu anazungumza maneno yake kweli. Mtu wewe nimekuandika kazi miaka 7 umenifanyia kazi. Ungekuwa na akili ungefanyia mimi kazi. Ungejua kujipanga kuniliko ungenifanyia kazi. Nikamwambia mbio ya sakafuni uishia, na nikasema na nilisema kitambo uende juu urudi chini au utakuwa rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Na mimi nikisema nimesema. Tukaangalia hesabu akakuja kusema yeye anatetea maskini. Mimi nikaenda nikachukua Martha Karua kwa sababu yeye ni maskini kuliko Ruto. Ruto yeye amekuwa kwa power miaka 10. Martha Karua wewe hujui mama yake, wewe hujui baba yake. Mwanamke hana kabila. Mwanamke atachunga kila mtu. Mmesikia wakizungumza maneno ya hasala tena? Silikufa. Kwa sababu haja yao kila wakati ni kuhadaa watu.
Yes. From those remarks by Jirongo, Jirongo is confirming to the whole country that William Ruto was his employee for about 7 years. Alikuwa amemwajiri kwa miaka 7. That's what Jirongo is saying there. And it's also a fact that William Ruto and Cyrus Jirongo were part of YK92. And I believe Cyrus Jirongo was like the leader in that group. And Cyrus Jirongo is actually on record admitting that William Ruto was very shrewd, in that he could actually supply nothing, then he could demand for payment. Cyrus Jirongo is on record stating that, and those are allegations in the public domain. And we all know that YK92 was a group that was formed primarily to maybe campaign for Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi's in 1992 presidential elections. And that group actually degenerated into hooliganism. And actually they were being used by the then Kanu regime to silence their critics. William Ruto and Cyrus Jirongo were part of that team. And if you look at William Ruto comes out as a good student of Moi, in that hooliganism and shrewdness built William Ruto politically. That's how William Ruto started his politics. And if you look at William Ruto, that's the kind and brand of politics he still plays till today. Yes. And if you want somebody who knows William Ruto, that person, in my considered opinion, is Cyrus Jirongo. As much as sometimes I always differ with Cyrus Jirongo, because in some occasions, he comes out as a person who is not very consistent in his beliefs. But this one on William Ruto, Cyrus Jirongo seems to be very much convinced and persuaded that Ruto is not worth being elected, or rather not worth occupying any public office. So in this video, I want us to have a look at some possibilities here. Because from what Jirongo is saying William Ruto will never be the president of the Republic of Kenya. And it means what he's saying here is actually talking out of conviction. He believes William Ruto will never be the president of the Republic of Kenya. So in this video, I want us to dissect to see whether what Cyrus Jirongo is saying holds or carries any water. But before we do that, in case you are watching us for the very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. In this video, I want us to answer one simple question. Do you think William Ruto will be president of Kenya someday? Because in 2022, it's obvious he's going to lose. He is not going to be the president. But do you believe or think he will be the president someday? That's the question I want us to answer here. And to accurately answer that question, we must first of all look at William Ruto's integrity as a person, because that's also going to actually determine whether he will actually weather the storms to be president one day. And then we must also have a look at the support base that supports William Ruto, whether he will actually be able to maintain that support base till maybe one day he becomes the president. I believe those are the two critical factors that can determine whether William Ruto one day might be the president. If you look at William Ruto's own integrity, William Ruto is the single most politician in Kenya, most likely since independence, who has been implicated in several allegations of corruption. That's a fact, ladies and gentlemen. And even if you were to do an opinion poll today in Kenya, Ruto would emerge as the person deemed most corrupt in Kenya. And I'm saying that also based on some previous polls that have been done about corruption, and William Ruto emerged as the most corrupt politician in the eyes of Kenyans. So William Ruto is dogged with so many allegations of corruption and also other issues. The ICC cases, these are all things still hanging on William Ruto's neck. So William Ruto's image is actually dented, let me put it that way. And for William Ruto to survive politically, it will depend, or rather his survival will likely depend on the goodwill of the person who will be the president maybe in 2022, this year, August. If the person will decide to kill William Ruto politically permanently, that person will succeed in killing William Ruto's political career permanently. Ruto comes out not naturally as a corrupt politician who has also got a lot of skeletons in his closet. So on that basis alone, he's very vulnerable to attacks, and actually his political career can be killed because he has got a lot of skeletons in his closet. And if the law was to be followed to the letter, then William Ruto, in my considered opinion, in a well-functioning democracy and a well-functioning government, William Ruto is not fit even to hold any public office. And then secondly, if you look at William Ruto's support base, those who are supporting William Ruto. In fact, a good majority of William Ruto support base currently, if you are to count votes one-on-one, a good majority seems to be coming from the mountain. But that's also a support base that is very slippery and can actually dump William Ruto anytime. The mountain support. Because as I talk right now again, the mountain, almost half of the mountain, is showing signs that they're already, or rather they're dumping William Ruto as I talk. So maybe in the next 1 month, things can even get worse, bad and worse for William Ruto if maybe the trend continues. So William Ruto's support base is largely Mount Kenya and Kalenjin ethnic, and his Kalenjin ethnic community. The Mount Kenya support base, that is very slippery, can desert William Ruto anytime. If you also look at William Ruto's Kalenjin support base, that Kalenjin support base, I also believe is also threatened because we are seeing very strong candidates in Kalenjin Rift Valley not reading from the same page with William Ruto. We have Gideon Moi, we have Isaac Ruto, we have Bundotich, we have Lonyangapuo, Alex Tolbus. All these are very influential leaders in the Kalenjin Rift Valley. And they are not reading from the same page with William Ruto. In fact, I'm saying that because if you look at Isaac Ruto, it's clear his heart is not with William Ruto, but it's just there with William Ruto or physically, but his heart is not with William Ruto. And I believe that if they can get a good opportunity of actually killing Ruto politically, they will all gang, or rather join efforts to make sure they kill William Ruto politically. And the 2022 presidential elections are actually providing a very good opportunity for these leaders to gang up to kill William Ruto politically. Because it's almost obvious and certain that most likely Gideon Moi is going to win Baringo senatorial seat. That's almost confirmed. And if you look at Isaac Ruto, he's also averagely popular in Bomet and he might win. Same to Lonyangapuo. Alex Tolgos also has a chance. And all these leaders, should they win those various seats, and then William Ruto loses the presidency, I'm seeing these leaders all going to gang up to make sure they kill William Ruto politically. And from where I sit, I'm seeing a high possibility where after William Ruto shall have been beaten in this year's August presidential elections, I'm seeing Gideon Moi going to rise among the Kalenjins. Gideon Moi is going to come up as the alternative political voice to the good people of Kale, or rather to the Kalenjin community. I'm seeing that possibility. And as that happens, William Ruto will actually be losing the Kalenjin support base. And by that time, the mountain shall have completely deserted William Ruto. Yes. And you know, with also the ICC cases, it will largely depend on the person who will, or rather be the president. The person can also just decide to ferry William Ruto to Hague. So if you look at all these factors, and then you look at William Ruto the way he has been talking, I might be tempted to agree with Cyrus Jirongo that William Ruto might never be the president of the Republic of Kenya. If you look at all these factors, William Ruto might never be the president of the Republic of Kenya. In fact, I'm seeing a situation where even Gideon Moi can even one day be the president even before William Ruto. I'm just trying to say, or rather to explain, how hard it will be for William Ruto to one day even be the president. This was his time maybe to assume the presidency. But now that they parted ways with Uhuru Kenyatta, I'm seeing his fate sealed permanently. And the fate that has been befalling all former vice presidents, I'm seeing that actually coming into play to make sure William Ruto does not become the president of Kenya, not in 2022 or in any other time or year. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, let me stop it there. But just as I did indicate when we were starting, in case you are watching us for the very first time, but so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.